Kohalo Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Bakakudash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to you brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations also goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. I'm the brother Malak from the Diligent Soldier Camp here in Boston, Mass. As always, I pray this lesson be edifying to the elect. All right, the name of this one is It's All About the Elect. Okay, and every now and then, or for the most part, you will hear me say that in the beginning of every lesson, man, because you have to understand what this is about, man. All right, this is about the Lord redeeming his people, who are the Israelites. But even among the Israelites, there's a segment that is known to the Lord and through scriptures called the elect. Okay, and that's what it's about, because that's who the Lord is coming for, man. The 1/3 elect-minded men and women and children that the Lord's going to have mercy on, okay, and redeem, okay, because far and contrary from popular belief, man, the Lord is not coming for everybody, you know what I'm saying, in the world, let alone all of Israel. You know what I'm saying? It's only the elect this time around. Now, the scriptures do call Israel, the nation of Israel, the elect, right? Because they were elected, okay, from the beginning of time through predestination, man, to be that nation chosen and nigh unto the Lord, okay. I'm going to get this quick scripture. The book of John, chapter 15, verse 18. It says, if the world hated you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Now, the reason it's saying that is because when the Lord was here himself and he was walking on earth, his own people rejected him. The southern kingdom rejected him. There was a multitude of people that was following him from the beginning. A lot of men left. A lot of men were offended and left. Other men were just confused, and left. But the Lord always had his elect men that stood by him, man. Because the scriptures clearly tell you that his sheep hear his voice, and he knows them, and they follow him. Okay, so this is something that's coded in our spirit, man. Okay, to hear this word one day after slavery, after forgetting who we were, hearing this truth, the truth resonating with us hearing the voice of Yahweh Shai through the preaching of men, right? The Lord also knowing who we are and us following him, man. Okay, because it's all about the elect. Now, there's many men that call themselves Israelites, that know that they're Israelites, that are out here in the highways and byways, and frankly, their lot is to be just that, and eventually lose the Rakakwadash, to the point where they bug out, they lose patience, they reject the truth, they start switching it up, they start going into other books and whatnot, and teaching that we're in the new covenant, that there's a hell, you know what I mean, that John the Baptist was not in the truth, because this scripture is the Lord. The scriptures tell you that the Lord himself was set up for the how does it go, for the to be a stumbling block to many. He was put here to level up some and be a stumbling block to others, man. Okay, and this is what you got, these 2/3 that even after showing them proof biblically, circular, they still don't receive it, they still don't get it, and if they do, they reject it. Okay, because these are the same people that was telling the prophets not to prophesy, not to tell them of evil times that they should know about, so they could be prudent. But they will reject it, and they will tell the prophets to prophesy sweet things, to tell them lies and deceits, man. Because our people want to live a lie. This is why they go out and vote for they'll vote for another person from another nation to be over them. They don't stop and consider or ask at the hand of the Lord. They don't even know the name of the Lord, right? Many of them heard it and rejected it. So the Lord probably has it that they don't even remember the name, man. And even if they do remember it at their time of calamity, man, if they're not a part of the elect, the Lord is going to mock them, and they probably won't even be able physically to yell out the name of the Lord, man. It'll be in their mind, but for some reason they won't be able to utter it. I mean, it almost happened to me in the sense where I was having what Esau calls sleep paralysis, right? Jake had a demon on him, and the point is, I felt, even while I was sleeping, I felt something, like, not so much climb on the bed, but like lay or sit on the bed, right? Because I felt the bed kind of move. And then shortly after that, when I wanted to get up to look around, I couldn't even move, and I tried saying the name of the Lord, of the Father and the Lord, and it wouldn't come out. It would come out like this. It would be like, like it would be like a whisper, like me straining my voice, you know what I mean, to say it, to utter it, because I was trying to say it clearly, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh, and I couldn't. So instead of panicking, I remembered not to panic. Like I actually had that thought, and in my mind, I started calling out for the Lord, man. In my mind, I started calling out for the Lord, and Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh released me from that demon, man, like right away. And I knew it was because I didn't panic, and I just remember that I could say it in my mind, and the Lord will hear me and deliver me, man. And Lord's will, I'm still, Lord's will, I'm a part of that number, right? Because the Lord hears the prayers of his saints, man, which are Israelites. 2/3 are too far gone to the point where their prayers are even abominable to the Lord because they're just so wicked. But for the most part, man, the Lord hears the prayers of the saints, man. But he hears that much more the prayers of his elect, man. Because his elect is very, very important, man. Okay? This is the book of John, chapter 17, verse 9. It says, I pray them, and this is in red letter, actually. I pray for them, the Lord is saying. I pray not for the world. Now, here it is. You go to a few chapters before that, in the beginning of this book, chapter 3, John 3, verse 16, and it says that he died for that the Lord loved the world so much that he sent his only begotten Son to die for the world, right? That whoever believes in him shall be saved, roughly paraphrasing. Now, but then here in chapter 17, verse 9, it says that he himself, Yahweh Shai himself, who the world calls Jesus, is not praying for the world. That he's praying for them, the them being the elect of Israel. All right? So just consider the fact of how wrong Christians are, how off they are, man. And they are by their lack of understanding of these scriptures, man. We're not gonna get into that. I'm gonna just keep it to the topic, keep it to the point that I was trying to make, which is it's all about the elect. These things that are happening, the reason this world is still going is because of the elect. Once the elect is sealed, as Lot and his family was sealed, with the exception of his wife that looked back because she didn't want to let go. She didn't want to forget about that wicked ass city that she was coming from. But when Lot and his children were sealed, that's when, which was like, when they were out of the city, right? Because that's what it took for them to come out of her, to physically get out of it. But the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, man, and other cities around it. When as soon as Lot was out of present danger, ground zero, where all that fire rained down upon, man, all that sulfur, so in the latter days it's gonna be just like that, but we're coming out of her spiritually. So when the fire comes, the chariots are going to be sent out on these missions that are going to be search and destroy missions, which is searching out for the elect, snatching them up and destroying everything else that needs to be destroyed, man. You know what I mean? And eventually the fire getting down here, melting the elements, man. These high rises, man, just melting like it was wax, man. Melting like it was butter, bubbling probably, man. It's gonna be very crazy. It's gonna be hot, man. It's gonna be dark and very hot. All right. So John 17:9 again. I pray for them. I pray for the elect. The Lord is saying He prays for the elect. I pray not for the world. I pray not for the rest of Israel. That's what He's saying here. Because if Christians say that John 3:16 is for everybody, then who is this world? Why aren't they speaking about this? Why aren't they worrying to bring the gospel to the ones that the Lord is not praying for? I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. Right? The ones that Yahweh gave Yahweh Shai belong to Yahweh. All right? And it's very beautiful, this chapter 17 of the book of John, man. Your brothers and sisters should read it. Definitely always read scriptures, man. But John 17 makes it real clear, man. It's all about the elect. It's all about the elect, man. And a lot of people are going to wake up to a rude awakening, man. That's why the scriptures speak about the strangeness of their salvation. How it's going to be so strange to some people, like, this nigga? This bitch? These fucking people that we had in division, that we counted for nothing, that we plotted against, were confederate against, put all our time, money, resources, technology, and still these are the ones that got saved? Because the elect is still going to be saved even through all that. Because if God is with you, who could be against you, man? If the Lord is with you, who could be against you, man? Not even the very people that Yahweh himself put or gave the world over to, man. Right? Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 11. It says, He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it's not given. Right? This is why the Lord was speaking in parables. When he was speaking when he was having these speeches and multitude of people were around him, right? Because it wasn't that the reason it was coded, it was for the disciples that were following the Lord, and for the ones that got it, for the rest of the elect that understood, because not everybody understood, and the scriptures clearly tell you that the mysteries he gives it to his servants, the prophets, man. So these pastors in these churches, these MLKs and their families that still push his image, or what he represented, which was unity, Even though at the very end, he completely, you could say, denounced what he was leading people towards, man. You know, he said it in his last speech, man. I'm afraid I've led my people into a burning house, man. Because he knew he was being set up. You know, Esau was behind behind MLK the whole time, man. That whole shit was a snare onto our people. You know, and our people fell for the okie doke because they don't know who they are. That's why the scripture says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. You know, this knowledge of who we was, our identity has been hidden from us. But now in these latter days, it's coming out. And some people just don't consider. They don't even consider that they might be those people. Not the curses convince them. Not the way that Esau spits at them right to their face, you know, and by that I mean the way he treats us. In other words, Esau can do no wrong. There's not enough wrong in the world that Esau could do that our people would be like, nah, that's it. It's a wrap for this devil. We're not fucking with him. We're not helping him, you know. This man keeps you poor, keeps you in the corners, right? In the ghetto, in the hoods. You're disfranchised. You have no power. You have no say in nothing. You're the last hired, the first fired. You know? And our people still want to save Esau, man. And he hasn't changed to this day. Here it is. We're so-called in the new covenant, but this nigga still want us all dead. FEMA camps is being they've been already established, you know, and by that I mean like, you know, build. But now they blatantly admitting, you know what I mean, indirectly that that these facilities are ready to be used, man. And our people, the ones that have that mentality of the 2/3 are falling for the okie doke once again. Because there's nothing new under the sun, man. Nothing new. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 1 verse 9. It says, except Yahweh of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Why? Because it was so wicked that the Lord was like, the only way to cleanse this is I gotta get rid of everybody, man. The remnant back at that time was Lot. It was Lot and his children. Okay, Salakia. He answered and said unto me, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom. I read that one, Salakia. I'm in Isaiah 1 and 9. Except Yahweh of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah, man. You know, we should have already been destroyed, but the Lord has a remnant, all right? A remnant that is not going to do the bidding of Esau. They're not going to fall for the okie doke, as our people so, you know, easily fell for, you know, to this very day. I'll leave it with this last scripture, a few scriptures. The book of Romans chapter 11. I'll start at verse 4. It says, But what saith the answer of God unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men, right? 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. You have men right now in these last days, man, that are part of that remnant, that are part of those men reserved, right? Because that number 7, if I'm not mistaken, it goes into a complete number of men that are not going to bow down, and women, man, that are not going to bow down to, because the Lord's going to put the spirit on these women not to do it, and keep women from getting snatched up to certain places. But the point is that the Lord reserved these men to not do that, and to water Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, as the beloved head of the camp, of our camp, always says, man, to water Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai for the remnant, man. Elder Yashawamba also says it, and it's very true. When you think about it, man, the remnant is very important, man. If it wasn't for the remnant that the Lord set up, man, we would be asked out, man. We will be finished, man. We'll be done. Oh, I'm not leaving yet. Salaki Akim. I'm over here parking. People are just out here looking for parking because there's no fucking parking in this damn city. Esau, designing these small ass streets, bunch of one ways all over the place in Boston, and then makes millions and millions and millions of cars, encouraging everybody to get cars. Fuck, man, we need to get the hell up out of here, man. This place is done. I don't even want to start with that, but Romans 11:4 again. But what saith the answer of God unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men, who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. Right? Because we're under grace right now. We getting right with the Lord right now to be a part. So Lord's will be a part of that number. And if by grace, then it is no more of works. Otherwise, grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more of more grace. Otherwise, work is no more work. And then it says here, what then? Israel has not attained that which he seeketh, but the election has obtained it. Obtained what? This truth. All right? This undeniable 144% truth, man. We got it. All of it. Through the power and mercy of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. All right? And it's all, when we say that we have the whole truth, right? Starting with our apostles on down that taught us, we're saying that we have the 100% truth according to salvation, man. Not mysteries that belong to the Lord. Not having we don't have the power to just look at anybody and know if they're Israelites or not. We never claimed to even have that. All these other, semantics and little jokes that people have. Scoffing, by saying that we don't have the 100% truth. The Lord gave it to the disciples, so somebody has it down here on earth, and it could well be the ones that are claiming to have it, because nobody else is claiming to have it. Everybody else is compromised, man. Spiritually, physically, man. Got wicked ass niggas to this day making covenants with Israel, with Esau, man. Verse 7 again. What then? Israel has not obtained that which he seeketh for, which is the truth, right? But the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded. The elect, the 1/3 elect, got this truth. Is going to get this truth. Okay? By the time it's sealed, it's because all of them have it. But then there's another part of our own people that didn't get this truth, that was blinded. All right, it's going to go into that. 2/3 of our people. Verse 8, according as it is written, God hath given them the spirit of slumber. To who? To the rest that were blinded. Eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear. Unto this day. To this day. All right, to this day. And look what David said. And David saith, let their table be a snare. What's their table, right? their understanding of the scriptures. The scriptures is the table, and it's simple, right? Right upon tables and make it simple. I forget exactly how it goes, right? But it's simple. The scriptures even speak about the simplicity in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, man. This is not rocket scientists. It wasn't meant to be rocket scientists. It was meant to, as the world, as that saying says in the world, or as that saying goes in the world, what's understood doesn't need to be explained. All right, we understand this truth. We don't need semantics and other books and other people coming out talking about, they got visions and stuff in these last days, and now we got to change the whole whole understanding of the scriptures when it already makes perfect sense. When you go and you double check it still comes out to the same answers. You know how when you get math tests and stuff and you proofread, I forget the terminology for it, man, but I remember when we used to do divisions and subtractions and all, long divisions and long subtractions, how there was ways to check it right away to make sure we was on point. There's no need for that in this truth, man. Because the Lord is going to make it plain upon tables to whoever he wants it to be plain and simple to. And anybody and everybody else is either not going to get it or going to be too turned off to even bother to get it. The rest of the scripture reads, according as it is written, God hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. And David saith, let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them, payback unto them. For what? For rejecting the Lord, throughout the generation, scoffing and killing the prophets. All right? Verse 10, let their eyes be darkened, and that they may not see, and bow down their back always. Okay, so our people are blind, man, and they're in that great darkness that the scripture says that the world is on, man. That the people are covered by the great darkness, man, which is confusion. Your trust in Babylon, the scripture says that is going to be your confusion. So right now it makes sense to you. But when all hell breaks loose and you see that the ones that you elected are sending these troops and robot dogs and all types of shit, and it just doesn't seem like they're fighting in your favor or for your best interest, you're gonna know then and there, man, that prophets were among you, and that you have been rejected by the Lord. Basically, man. Because it's all about the elect. Point blank, period, man. I pray that this lesson was edifying. I want to thank Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai for putting the spirit and inspiring me to bring these scriptures out and this lesson out. I pray that it was edifying to the elect, because it's all about the elect. Okay? You can't make yourself a part of the elect if you're an Israelite. All we could do is pray and hope, right? As the scriptures say, we're prisoners of hope, man. All we could do is hope, man. But that's all we got. So that's all I'm going to rely on, is hoping that I'm a part of that. Because I ain't got no other move. There's no backup plan or nothing. All right? Again, I pray that this lesson was edifying. And in closing, I want to give all honors, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles. Salutations to your brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations also goes out to your brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. To you all, I say Shalom and Abba Ball, Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.